What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming here, and I am happy to bring you back another beautiful cast on an amazing map that nobody hates. That's a joke, because lots of people hate this map, even though I don't really understand why. It's just another map of Populous. There's much worse maps out there. Anyway, this is a 2v2. We have AvA Med as the blue tribe in the blue position. Against him, we have Spyro's Tass or Tsuyoshi as a red tribe in the red position. As the yellow tribe in the yellow position, it is Tsuyoshi's ally Corathon, also from the clan Tass. And new to our cast, as the green tribe in the green position, he requested this tribe specifically. It is Gods of Destruction Spyro. After their humiliating defeat against the Gods of Destruction, it appears that AvA is now allying them to take on the Absolutes. Should be a very interesting game, and probably does favour the AvA Gods of Destruction team, but we'll see what the Tass boys can put out, and whether they can put out a challenge. They're playing with a significantly higher ping, not that they'll be using it as an excuse, but it is something to be aware of. Med as host gets a ping of 1. Both Tsuyoshi and Corathon are playing at about pings of 200 plus, and Spyro's ping was sitting at about 90 when we launched into the lobby. That gives you the ping check on the players. Tsuyoshi is building out a tower, it seems. We're just going to be seeing how the players build out their bases. Now, one thing you'll see quite often, tower plans are required to flatten out the land, and that gives you extra hut space. So you'll see a lot of that on this map. Pretty sure every base needs to do that on face-off. And now all the shamans are just going for their converts. Be interesting to see who did better out of those converts. I'm strongly suspecting it was Team 1. But now Tsuyoshi goes up to the hill, starts a cheeky little prey. Is Tsuyoshi actually going to finish that tower? That's interesting. Oh, now look what we've done. We accidentally put a boat hut down. That was weird. Don't know how we did that. Med is coming up the hill. It looks like he's going to challenge the high ground for Tsuyoshi, who is already building towers up here, but he hasn't been spotted. No, never mind. Tsuyoshi sees him. Into the water you go. Starts the charge for the earthquake. Free mana. Spyro is coming up to the hill. He's going to challenge the two shamans, but with the shaman advantage, Spyro really shouldn't be up here. But I could be wrong. It looks like Spyro's going to take them both down at this rate. Spyro's even still alive. He gets another blast onto Tsuyoshi. It doesn't kill Tsuyoshi. Tsu has no blast to retaliate with. Corathon needs to get him with the blast, but he's not going to. Tsunama was thrown out to try and do the blast trick. Very interesting blast coming out here, but green does go down, but blue, that fight took so long that blue has respawned. Tsuyoshi needs to see this. He is charging blasts. He's also pushing green's braves off the hill. Med is having to sit at the bottom of the hill, and that's looking good. So it appears like the hill has been secured by the Tass clan. They'll be looking strong, and they'll be doing what they can to fortify it. There's a brave in a tower. Tsuyoshi, fix this. Fix this, my friend. And Med goes down yet again to Tsu. Tsu is sitting at an impressive 2-0. Both of those kills are onto Med. Whereas Sponge picked up the kill against Spyro. Oh, the tower has been dismantled now. Hasn't quite fixed the land yet, by the looks of it. And Resurrection's putting his shaman to work. Getting a chopping down this one-wood stage tower. Of the green tribe. He needs to be watching. He selected his shaman, so he should be paying attention as Spyro starts to come back up the hill. Yeah, he gets his shaman moving. The blasts are traded. Both shamans go into the water. It's unfortunate that Spyro goes down there, but at least he gets Corazon at the same time, who says a what? Su's putting down another tower. He's looking to flatten out his land even more so that he can get a hut down there. Very important to do this. And Med goes into the water again. That's 3 times he's tried that approach. 3 times he's died for it. Most players will argue this is why they do not like face-off as a map, because mid securing is everything. Med would make the argument that that's what makes face-off beautiful, because you've got multiple options. So will we see Med go down the side door? Will it be predicted? Will he be able to make anything happen, as his team have lost control of the middle entirely? Fire Warriors are now starting to fill these towers, and let's take a look at the bases while we wait for the Shamans to get back to the action. So you can see the sort of way that the players are building out. Troop huts are up for Tsuyoshi. Only a Fire Warrior hut is up for blue. Only a Fire Warrior hut up for yellow. And only a Fire Warrior hut up for green. Should be seeing a Warrior hut come up soon for green at the back of his base, more than likely. Tsuyoshi's got the Earthquake. He's throwing it out, specifically targeting the high ground. He wants to lower down this high ground so it can't be camped with towers. Doesn't quite get the high ground, but he does get a couple of huts and a good amount of population with that as well. Really nice, and my worldview got stuck there. Tsuyoshi's in trouble. He's getting pressured by a Fire Warrior who's trying to push him into the water. Now Med is advancing. Med could knock him into the water, but he wasn't quick enough with the blast. He actually takes a blast from Tsuyoshi to the face. Tsuyoshi is absolutely dominating Med as in the Shaman Wars, and at the same time we've got Yellow pushing into Green. Green is low HP, but Yellow goes rolling into the water. Green is still alive. It could be his chance to take the hill back, but Tsuyoshi's still alive and he is trying to pressure Med. Tsuyoshi's got to make a decision. Does he go in for Med to kill Med even though he doesn't have spells, or does he defend the high ground from Spyro? He's making the choice to back up and defend the high ground from Spyro. Looking like an interesting game. Med's not taking much advantage of this. He looks like he's going towards the side with his land bridges. He's going to be looking for a side door without a doubt. Which is fine, but his population is hurting, and he hasn't noticed that Tsuyoshi has actually seen him moving and is already moving into his base, blasting Braves, securing kills, getting the Fire Warriors on the high ground. Med needs to return to his base because he does not have anything left to stop Tsuyoshi getting in. These are the blasts. Blast traded nicely. Oh, and Med finally gets one up on Tsuyoshi. He takes Tsu down, and Green is pushing up the hill. Resurrection is alive. He can challenge Green here. Fire Warriors are giving Green one hell of a time, pushing him here, there, and everywhere, but the ghosts are distracting the towers. Green's brought his own Fire Warriors up. It is a fight for the top. Med needs to get up here and help Green out. Looks like he's doing it, but not before Green dies. So now it's Yellow against Green. Ghost Army goes down to distract the towers. Green's Fire Warriors are pressuring Yellow, and Yellow is very low. The direct blast onto Yellow is going to see him killed, but now we're looking at Tsuyoshi respawning very, very soon. They might not have had enough time to make something happen here. Fire Warriors from blue are pushing up the hill. Tsuyoshi's got Warriors and Fire Warriors on the way. He's going to fortify up that hill. It looks like Tsuyoshi's defense on the side is looking like it's being prepared. Those Warriors are backing away. He wants to keep them alive for now. Lightning comes out from Med. He gets the kill onto Tsuyoshi. You always know your opponent's feeling pressure when they start charging lights, but that's great. That's going to help Med secure this high ground. He's going to be able to hold his own and start to tear down some of the defense for the TAS players. Of course, now Tsuyoshi is charging a land bridge, which means he is going to be looking for sides as well. Having lost control of the middle, it's very important to create other opportunities for attack. Otherwise, you just get slowly earthquaked to death from the much higher ground. It looks like Resurrection is not conceding the middle like Tsuyoshi, though. And he gets pushed into the water. He dies in a really stupid way. He's got to be careful. Tsuyoshi's looking at the side door. He's not even got complete blasts because he wants to make sure that he gets those land bridges as quickly as possible. His Shaman is even going across, but Med sees it. Med calls that he is getting sighted. That's where the Warriors are going to go. That's where the troops are going to go. Med doesn't have anything over here to stop Tsuyoshi just walking in. Green needs to get into Yellow's base and do some damage. Ghosts go down. What is going on here? Ghosts go down, but an EQ goes down as well. Tsuyoshi throws down his own EQ onto blue, and he gets 2 huts damaged, but really, that's a terrible EQ. Green goes down. Green is dead, but those EQs, that is painful. That did probably the maximum amount of damage it could. You need to be looking at Tsuyoshi. Med's camping on the high ground. He's feeling like he has to play defensive. He's been attacked at the front. He's been attacked at the side. He is forced into a defensive position. He's sending forward what I believe are ghosts into Tsuyoshi's base to pressure him. and just be a bit of a nuisance. Tsuyoshi's got his warriors up on the high ground. They are clearing out fire warriors. It looks like our TAS team is reclaiming the high ground. But it was worth it for Spyro. He did get a good chunk of damage done on the Yellow Tribe. So sacrificing your high ground control to hurt the enemy like that was a good call. And Tsuyoshi's attempted side didn't do much damage either. So it looks like it's still looking good for Team 1. Hear the calls of Lekai. What a nice earthquake from Tsuyoshi. Resurrections is okay, but it's not amazing. Population is running away. Lightning out onto the Shaman, but it doesn't find the kill. Tsuyoshi is pushing at the same time, but he's struggling against Fire Warriors. Another earthquake is called. The TAS boys just got right into the enemy bases and managed to get some real good damage down. That was an upgraded hut that just died there. These are now useless for 90 seconds. It's not looking good. GG, I think, says Spyro, and he could be right. It could look like it's over for Team 1 and that the TAS boys are, in fact, going to take this game. It looked good for Team 1 as Spyro got in to do this attack, but Tsuyoshi has been running rampant over the high ground. Med is making a smart move. He is coming around the side to try and get into the base. He's probably got some earthquakes. He's probably going to be able to do a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, Spyro is being trooped out of the game. Warriors to Spyro. Gonna distract him. Lightning on the tower clears it out. Ghosts come down to distract additional Fire Warriors. Tsuyoshi is alive. Lakai says the Blue Shaman. And the earthquake is poor. Let's be honest. That is... It did lower some of the high ground, but it didn't kill any of the huts. Which is unfortunate for Med. He would have liked to have seen a bit more damage there. Another earthquake from the Yellow Shaman. Down goes the Fire Warrior hut. Down goes the Warrior hut. That is going to be Green out of the game. Green will just get trooped down by these troops now. He's not going to be able to hold himself into the game. Tsuyoshi just needs to camp. He's charging earthquakes because he wants to play aggressive, but he just needs to camp. He just needs to stop Med getting into his base with the lightning. He's got one lightning. You good, says Corazon. He's checking his ally. Being a good teammate, but of course... The hill is getting troops. Blue Warriors are on the hill. But I think the TAS team are absolutely in control of this situation. Spyro has respawned. He's giving an order to his Shaman. Where is she going? Is she taking the high ground back? Is she spending her spells? Is she getting these troops out of her base? What is she going to do? Tsuyoshi is just camping now. He's hiding out in a hut. Forget where I am, he's saying. Let my ally do all the work. Green is having to use lightnings now to defend his land. Warriors are cutting everything apart. He is more or less out the game. What ground he has left is damaged. And he's got to save what precious few huts he has. Good blast. Spyro didn't die though. Spyro's pretty much AFK though. He's not looking good. He is collapsed at the side. And he goes down to Tsuyoshi's Fire Warriors. Nice sort of infusion of mana going into Tsuyoshi Shaman, who is now just charging lights. He's got the 2 earthquakes. He's going on his 3rd light. Med has abandoned the side door and is going to take the hill. Tsuyoshi sees it. Even though Corazon is also calling it, there's some good communication, some good teamwork from the TAS team. Med is running away again. He is just trying to be wherever Tsuyoshi Shaman is not. Oh no, I stand corrected. Bad map awareness from me. He is chasing Tsuyoshi Shaman. Saw Tsuyoshi going towards the middle and Tsuyoshi actually turned around. He had me fooled. Started going for Med's side. First earthquake is not great, but it's going to create the path for him to get the second earthquake slightly deeper in, and those are upgraded huts. They're going to suffer. They're going to be on fire. Tsuyoshi's actually wielding a full stack of lightnings right now. He could take a Shaman fight if he wants to, and he's probably going to wait for an EQ before he does. Meanwhile, Yellow's Warriors are finishing up the damage done to Green. Beautiful teamwork from the TAS boys. Yellow is actually sided from Green into Blue's base. Blue is sandwiched between 2 Shamans. He's got to make a choice. Where does he defend? Where does he hold? One of these Shamans has to die. They have to be stopped somewhere. Blasts are being thrown out. Med is patrolling between the middle of his base. He's trying to keep both Shamans at bay. Tsuyoshi is just waiting for an EQ. GG guys, says Spyro. Yes, Spyro is out of the game. Unfortunately, he played well. Got a good couple of kills and did a good amount of damage to the task guys when he got into Yellow's base, but he just crumbled at the wayside. Yeah, his huts are destroyed. Only his Shaman remains. Blue throws out a cheeky light, but he fails to find the kill. That's one EQ for Tsuyoshi. Just have to play this game patiently. Game is won. All they have to do is secure it. Down goes Spyro. Out the game goes Spyro, and he doesn't even want to stick around. GG's, says Med. Gathers up his population, sends them to the middle. Valiantly, the Shamans will fight. Lightning's traded. Another lightning onto Met. Tsuyoshi actually gets himself killed with the blast trick. What a fantastic play from the Absolutes. Warriors pour in, they will cut apart Blue's population. Tornadoes are going to be used to pick up the wayward buildings. Couple of earthquakes from Yellow here. Yeah, there it is. There's one. Throw the other one down. There's two. Two very nice, well-placed earthquakes. What do? Gets the Fire Warrior hut. Gets a couple of the large huts. Sinks himself. That's it. All that remains is for these last few population to be cleared up. Shaman respawns, throws down an EQ on the Fire Warriors, and then saves the Fire Warriors by making them run away, and then almost drowns himself in the EQ. But he's still alive. He's still holding on. He's dizzy. Those are the stars. There he goes. He's still got population alive somewhere. And there he goes. He is out of the game. So our winners are Tsuyoshi and Corazon. Team TAS in a 16-minute and 30-second game.